In this video today, I'm talking about real vulnerability versus fake vulnerability or complaining. Let's get it.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy. I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. In this video today, I'm talking about real vulnerability versus whining, complaining, you know what the rest is. It's like a blame game, right? So essentially, real vulnerability is expressing your truth without an agenda, okay? When you have an agenda in mind that you're trying to get something from somebody or you're blaming somebody else, you're not taking responsibility over your own feelings, it starts to become more of a brutal truth. It becomes ineffective in a sense, okay? Because all you're doing is word vomiting. All you're doing is you're just kind of expressing yourself without really thinking about what you're saying, right? Without a filter. And sometimes that can get you into a lot of issues. A lot of people worry, specifically guys, they worry about expressing or emoting themselves or their emotions. They're being afraid of being seen too weak or things like this. However, vulnerability is having confidence in your fundamental flaws. And it's about really expressing what is underneath you, the real you. So if you want somebody to really understand the real you, you're going to have to speak from your heart and communicate your truth. So that's how I see vulnerability. I don't know which way other people see it, but that's kind of how I've perceived it, because as an artist, you're emotionally vulnerable, right? You're emotionally vulnerable. That is what is getting you into the flow state as well. As an athlete, you're physically vulnerable. You can get an injury. As a soldier, you're also physically vulnerable. As a mathematician, you're intellectually vulnerable, right? So start to really understand that in different arenas, you have different types of vulnerability. Okay, don't have vulnerability as this overarching term, which just means being somebody who's just, spilling their heart everywhere. That's not what I'm talking about. You're actually creating proper boundaries for your communication, but you're not filtering yourself so much. You're not filtering yourself so much, man. All you're doing is you're basically taking what is in here, the truth of what is correct in the moment, and finding a concise, precise, pure, authentic way of communicating it outwards. Okay? The opposite is complaining or being a victim and so forth. So that's like saying, oh, you made me do this. You're not taking responsibility for your feelings in that sense, right? You're going, no, you made me feel angry. No, because of you, I'm always sad. Okay, you're not taking responsibility over what you're feeling and your emotions. So you're not saying, hey, listen, what you're saying right now, it's kind of triggering me. It's making me feel very reactive. And honestly, that makes me a little bit sad to hear that. I'm disappointed. Maybe if we both calm down in an hour or so, we can have this conversation again and we'll both be level-headed. And we can communicate clearly, right? That's actually your future projecting, and you're seeing the fact that, okay, yes, this conversation would be a lot more advantageous and dynamic if we were both at a calm state of mind. Because if you're both angry at each other and you're both coming from anger, you're just adding more fire to fire, and eventually it's a forest fire, right? So somebody's got to be water, or it's more beneficial if you're both water and having that conversation rather than both being fire, because then you can really hold space for each other. And like a river has boundaries, right? So you got to be that river for each other. A river without boundaries goes everywhere. So, you are basically containing the emotions around a specific space. So she's going like, I need to vent to you. Why does she want to vent to you? Because she trusts you. It's about building that trust. It's not about being the therapist for the person. It's not about, playing the role of your career with that person. Like I used to fall into that trap with my ex-girlfriends. I used to always coach them, right? I used to step into the role of the coach all the time. Like, hey, no, you're doing that wrong. Well, this is more advantageous, or it's way more effective for you to be like this, And at a certain point, if she isn't doing that as well, or you're both not into self-improvement, it's going to cause a clash, right? It's going to cause a problem. So either you teach her, but from a standpoint of love. You're teaching her or him, if you're opposite gender watching, from a standpoint of love, right? And when you can do that and you can speak your truth and you're not being like the moral high ground person, like I'm always right, like that kind of thing, but you're just purely speaking your truth, that's when it starts to become much more natural. It's better to say that truth in that moment than hold it in. What happens when you hold it in is it comes out in an unhealthy way later, right? So in that moment, if you can communicate clearly, practice leaning into that, and just saying a few things, if not everything, right? Just get a few words out there and then wait. Waiting is fine, but don't hoard that information and store it in your mind like it's some kind of a sacred item, because it's really not. It's just a bunch of words, right? But the fact is that the words can cause an impact. It can shape your reality around, right? Words can make you or break you. I always say this. This is really about communication. It's really about learning communication, because someone who doesn't know communication, they're going to get into every conversation as if it's an argument. They're going to perceive that, oh, this is not right, and they're going to start drama, right? Vulnerability is not about causing drama or exaggerations of the issue or things like this, right? You're not putting your own personal spin on this and, adding it, but you're still conscious of the fact that you do react in this way to this particular thing or this particular shadow or trigger or whatever, and you're just basically, you're stating it out there like, hey, this is something that I've got to work on, so thanks for pointing it out to me. The thing about it is a lot of people say that, but then they don't do it, you see? So if you say it, are you actually going to do it? All right, that's another thing. It's like, if you don't want to do it, you state the fact that I don't really want to do that. All right, so that's authentic communication. That is vulnerability. Vulnerability is being open to the resistance and the backlash that you might get from it, but at the same time holding space and being accountable for your own actions and being responsible for your own feelings. That's the best way that I can describe it and the difference. Whining is just like, you're whining, you want attention, you want validation from the other person, you have an agenda, you want them to react in a very specific way to you, you're trying to manipulate, you're trying to, create this idea of, oh, I'm the one who's always at fault here, right? It's like, why is it always about me? Me. Instead of me, you gotta create that dynamic of we. So when you have this feeling inside you, like, I need to be vulnerable in this moment, ask yourself, what do you really want? Because vulnerability doesn't have this expectation of what's going to happen afterwards. It's just you speaking your truth. So let's say that you want appreciation. Well, are you doing things that can be appreciated? And are you understanding that the people that you're interacting with have their own idea of what appreciation is? You see what I'm saying? So instead of trying to focus on vulnerability in that moment, ask yourself, what do you really want? What's your end outcome? What's the result? And in that way, you're not having an agenda, you're just having an effective strategy in mind, right? You're just like, okay, if I want appreciation, I'm gonna do things that they appreciate, instead of trying to be vulnerable in that moment. What's good, I just finished my session right now in my happiness studio, and one thing that I left out about vulnerability and having it be from a really strong standpoint is you want to have vulnerability with value. Vulnerability without value, or you being a valuable person, can be portrayed as, oh, this is highly sensitive, or these kinds of things, right? And maybe you are. It's okay to be sensitive, but it's also important to be mentally sharp and strong and cool-headed when the situation allows. So this is really a process of emotional regulation for you, okay? Remember that, because a lot of people are just being vulnerable, but that vulnerability is just whining about something, right? Rather than actually being solution-focused and solution-oriented. But they're not going out of their way to try and fix it. They're just stating their intention from a pure place. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it today. Boom.